freedom. Freedom to pay $113 in minimum monthly payments. I have this card. It's a Pleasant card. Balance of $3,375. See, this is how the math's not working out to me. You said $5,000 went to paying for a scholarship. That would leave us with currently an extra $2,000 from what the balances are now. And you've been paying towards balances, at least minimum monthly payments, and then $2,000 for the computer. So with the other credit cards, it's like, what was spent on them? We don't know, because this immediately gets us to the computer thing and the scholarship. That was taken from your checking account, and then you subsidize yourself through the credit card.
Yeah.
Which, again, I love the heart, dude. I really do. That's great. Interest stolen from you, $80. We have $80 of interest being stolen from us. We're only making the minimum monthly payments. The balance went down by 2 cents. Why? Why did the balance go down by 2 cents? Tell me. Why did the balance go down by 2 cents?
I was still making purchases
because we spent $33. These are subscriptions. They're subscriptions, buddy. If we are having interest stolen from us, if we can't make more than the minimum monthly payment, we don't have subscriptions.
True.
We don't have subscriptions. And why do you need an Adobe subscription? The other one I understand, but why do you need an Adobe subscription?
Initially, it was so I can edit like the nonprofit documents, but I literally don't need it. I just forgot to turn off the auto renewal.
Take a drink, you mouth slapper. Take a drink. Settle down. We'll get through this together. And okay, so the math is lost, right? Because you obviously spent an additional $4,000 somewhere, because we currently owe Discover. We discovered how to get $3,936.30 in debt of $57 being stolen from you on a monthly basis with a $79 minimum monthly payment. But of course, the balance only went down by like $20, even though we paid $80 towards it. Because we've lost $452 of interest so far this year. And on the Freedom card, let's see, what did we lose in interest so far this year on that one? $424. So what are we, like $1,500? Close to that in interest stolen from us this year so far. And this is it. At least this one's at a low 18% interest rate.
Should I just cancel the credit cards after I pay it off, or should I keep them?
You can close the accounts. Many of them you can close now, some of them. I would close them so that you just don't have access to them, dude.
Yeah.
You can't spend on these credit cards. Clearly, we have an issue where even if you're disciplined for a bit, you just go right back into the fuck you area of just destroying your financial future.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. 27, this is not what we want to see, is it?
And you're absolutely right. Like, I can be disciplined. Like this month's just one F up with the Adobe, but it's just a cycle.
Why do you think you fall back into it so much? Just from your own self-perception. Why do you think we fall into that? We're just like, oh, or I just give up right now. I'm just going to swipe. I'm going to swipe.
I don't. That's an interesting one. I want to say it's just.
Do you ever self-reflect on your spending?
No.
Do you budget?
I downloaded the Every Dollar app from Dave Ramsey, but I haven't used it since I downloaded it. And so.
Having the platform to budget is only one thing. You need the resources, the skills, the discipline, and how to build a budget and all of the education. So we're obviously going to put you through our budgeting program, just like everyone who goes on the show. So we're going to put you through that. I need you to go through that. It's a few hours of content. Take the quizzes. Make sure you're knowledgeable, and actually stick to it and revisit it when you need it, man. Because I think that if you're not reflecting on your money, you barely know how you got into debt. You know how you got into a portion of it. You don't know how to reflect on your own spending, of why you go into the cycles, of just your own mentality, everything like that. And you downloaded a budgeting app, but you're not even using it, so you're probably paying for it. It's like, okay, I need you to at least go through that program, and I need you to, yeah. Okay. So Wells Fargo, $1,979.
Oof.
What?
It just never stops. Like, I knew I made some mistakes, but.
Do you not even know how much debt you have?
I have a spreadsheet, but I don't I don't really look at it all too often.
It's just like the app. There's no point of doing that stuff if we're not looking at it. There's no point of doing any of it if we're not going to manage. $61 minimum monthly payment. $40 of interest stolen from us. Purchase is $120. What'd you purchase?
I honestly do not.
Your balance went up on this card and you're losing interest. It's your AT&T bill. You got to get these automatic charges off these cards, my dude.
120 for AT&T?
Yeah. Looks like interest probably just started kicking in because $79 of interest has been stolen from you this far. Not crazy, but that's, less than double of what was stolen from you last month. Are they recent? Was this interest free for a while, or did you just put this balance on here?
I had it since like maybe March.
What is it? So okay, you originally said from 2021, which was 2 years ago,
and then I paid it off.
Yeah, but you said you paid it off then, and you started building it up since then. Yeah. This is only since March, though. What has been happening since March?
Just impulse purchases.
But what are we impulse purchasing? I'm sorry. I know I'm being relentless, and it might even be annoying to you, but I just gotta. If I don't know what you're doing, man, because this statement only goes back 30 days. Typically, I do 30 days because I like to see where people are today, and it just makes more sense, and it's easier to digest in terms of the show, in terms of everything. But for you, I guess you're more the one-off situation where every once in a while maybe it would make sense to see what was happening this last year. If you don't even know what's going on with your life, what are we going to do? What's going to prevent you from going back there?
I thought, like, should I send him like the past year just because?
Well, it's not what we requested, so it's not on you. We requested the last 30 days. But
did you want to see like older statements?
We could. I mean, I could scroll back there. It's going to be more glancing than because what I would have liked to do is, the deep dive that we do into your documents is, looking at the last year. Just impulse purchases. Food. Are we going out to eat? Is it fast food? Are we buying tech?
I want to say the majority of it is food. If I'm going to a restaurant with friends, I'll fork the bill and I'll.
Why?
I guess it's the ego thing. Like, I like to pay for people's lunch. It just makes me feel good.
Okay, so it's just like the self,
Yeah, just the mental masturbation. Yeah.
What? You're mentally nutting all over this food and your friends?
Like stroking the ego.
Oh, stop with the strokes and the nuts, dude. I don't know. You already have like a super porn stash going on. I don't need the rest in this conversation.
Yeah, it can.
Those handlebars.
Usually
riding them straight into the pits of debt.
I usually curl it, but I left my.
You're a curler.
I am.
Aye, matey. Aye. Okay.